the things that we're providing haven't been that dependable because they've been a little bit hit and miss because we haven't managed to organise. We haven't been managing that process. Once we can manage it and we are more dependable, then we can be less kind of everybody has to jump on just in case we run out of something. So I think we can be a lot more to a lot more people. I'm Dee Pearce. I look after the warehouse here at Dundee Bairns. We're a charity looking to alleviate the effects of poverty on children and young people in Dundee. We started out providing holiday meals to young folk in Dundee, but we've quickly moved on to providing a whole multibank, a lot of which you'll see behind me here. We approached the Scottish Tech Army to help us out with an inventory system for that. And we've come up with a solution which is working really well. We've still got a bit of a way to go, but we've definitely made some really good progress with it. So basically, we've got this whole warehouse, and it was full of boxes of everything known to man, basically. So we were given the recommendation to use Sortly, and we closed our operations for a week, and looked through everything that we've got, and we listed it all on Sortly. So we quickly became not fuzzy around the edges, but we quickly came upon a solution which was not to count everything in the warehouse, but to count the boxes. We call them totes, to count the totes of things that we've got in the warehouse. So most things we just count by tote. So it might be that we've got a tote of shampoo, and that's enough for us. And if we finish a tote, then we'll note down that we've lost a tote. But other than that, that's enough for us for most things.
To spot in there then to say that is fantastic. So it sounds like what you've done is using that tool, it's enabled you to get to a level of control where you're not too fussed about the detail at the moment, because the most important thing is to know where everything is to the appropriate level. And then on the back of that, you're going to change the way you work to become more effective, more efficient.
Yeah, and we've got rid of a lot of the things in the warehouse that we don't need. We've still got a few categories of things we haven't found a home for. But for instance, we had somebody from Women's Aid in the other week to collect some pieces of luggage, because they're always looking for luggage for women who are suddenly moving somewhere and don't have the right suitcase or whatever. We had quite a lot of that. We've also delivered quite a few boxes of tools to the local men's shed, because we don't have the use for it. But it was on our inventory from the big warehouse, and the schools were saying, yeah, let's get some tools and we can do some woodwork with the kids. But then it turned out to be a diamond tipped circular saw blade and 5 chisels, and it wasn't because there was no granularity there. It wasn't appropriate. So if we take those things in and sort them out, then we can make sure the right things get to the right people. So we should be able to do more deliveries because we'll have the right things in the deliveries. So we're hoping to up the repairers. And a school came to us the other week. There was a residential trip, and there was one kid who didn't have anything for the residential trip. And within about 15 minutes, we found a rucksack, sleeping bag, trainers, pajamas, like everything he possibly needed for his trip. Which we would not have been able to do 3 months ago.
So again, knowing what everything is gives you confidence you can give them what they need, basically.
Yeah.